me see here. I'm trying to get this set up for you guys. Hello, good morning. I am Tami Neff, and you guys are hopefully going to jump on my page called Tami Loves, where I share with you all of the things that I love, and I hope that you'll love them too. And today I know I worked on some bottles last night, and I'm going to be doing those here this afternoon. But on the other side of my table, I have a big long table. So on the other end of my table, I've been kind of working on some wood projects. So I thought that maybe I would come on and show you. I'm kind of having the, I think they call it the squirrel thing, where I'm heading in one direction and then I end up, leading here and leading there. And I think that's maybe sort of an artistic thing. I don't know, a creative thing. But I'm having that happen to myself. And so I thought that I would come on before I get too far along and totally overwhelm people and get really lost in what I'm doing. I thought I would come on and show you guys. So what I'm doing is I started out with some wood, and it was unpainted, unfinished wood, just plain old boards, nothing exciting. You can see there's nothing too exciting. I have painted them. I kind of wanted them to have a little bit of texture, but this is all the texture that I can get out of plain boards, really. So I started messing around with some, let me see if I can find, I think I showed you yesterday. I kind of get these all started, but like with some texture fabrics, and I really like how that gives me a lot of dimension. So I kind of like that. So I thought I would keep going and see what else I could come up with. And I've got, so I went from a plain board to textured board. Okay, love that. Then I thought, what am I going to do with that now? So then remember the patches that I showed you guys here not too awfully long ago. I showed you about these patches and how I was making them. I'm printing muslin on the printer with with images from old postcards and ads, or just wherever images I've come across images. And I even did one of my dog. Let's see, I don't know, but these patches like this, I'm just printing and then cutting them out. I don't know where my dog is. Oh, here's my dog. Let's see, I did 2 images of my dog. So I lost my dog a few months ago, and so anyway, I wanted to do something with her as well. And so I've been kind of messing around with these wood pieces. I kept pushing them around. They're like this. So then I got them painted up, and I added some texture here, as you can see. And then I've been adding these images that we printed out the other day. And then I poured wax over them. Now this is just an artistic art wax. I don't even know what it is. But here's the one of the dog, and I put her little tag in there. And I'm not sure you can see the wax, but it really softens it down and really adds. Now this wax is all still drying, so I'm messing around with the wax. I painted this a while back, and I kind of got bored with it, so I added wax there. You can see the wax on the black. I added wax to it. I'm not sure if I love it or not. If I don't love it, I can melt it off with a heat gun. This one was the first one that I tried to attach something to after let me see if I can get a better hold of that. After I buried the image in the wax, I added a cross to it. So I'm just trying different things. This one I got a little carried away maybe with adding on, and I felt like I was kind of losing my image, but I added on a hinge, and there's my image of 3 kids, and then I added on a piece of wood. This one is another advertising thing, and I added on some keys, and then I waxed. You can see the wax over them. So I don't know, I'm just playing. But I thought I would bring you guys along. Hey, there's my mom. Hi, Mom. I thought I would bring you guys along. I really should be working on the wedding flowers. You see the pile back there. But the wedding's not until like June, I think, so I've got time. So I'm more into these projects that I've kind of got myself going, and Anyway, so I have come from plain wood here, like this, to where I'm getting a little more texture going like this. So let me take you down, because I know some of you were saying, what are you going to do with those patches? Well, this is not at all what I intended to do with the patches, but I think it's pretty cool. So I thought I would show you guys. That's a quick what. Now I'm going to show you how. So let me turn this on and get my wax melting a little bit. And this wax, it takes 2 or 3 days to dry. It's an art wax. I'm not crazy about it. So I got another, oh, whoops, I forgot to tell it what to do. I got another wax in the mail, so we'll see if I like it better. I need one that dries a lot faster and it's a lot thicker and all that stuff. So anyway, now why can't I can't get my iPad to work at all now. So, I mean, it's working, but I can't get it to pull up my video. That's so weird. So, I mean, I see myself, but I can't. So anyway, I've gotten a couple comments on my phone. I'm not sure why it won't let me click here. So I'm going to keep going before I lose people. You've purchased Soho wooden flowers. I have purchased 50 Soho wooden flowers. Could you direct me? You want me on how to make a bouquet with them? Oh, you're talking about those really thin, ooh, that is smoking. The really thin, woo, I'm really smoking. The wooden, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. And I don't have any, whoops, there, shut it off. I don't have any of those flowers. Well, we'll do that another day, Paula. I'll have your comment here, and I don't have any to really show you is the thing. But we'll see. Well, actually, you could stick those on anything. I mean, you can put those on picture frames around the corners. I think what she's talking about is the flowers that are real thin wood. They almost look like paper. I'm not sure that's right, Paula, but I think that's what you're talking about. Ooh, this stuff has it's not smoking from heat. I don't know what it's doing. Let's see. And so since I can't get my iPad to work here, yep, there's my mom, and that's about it. Okay, so Paula, you really can just stick them on anything. Just get creative, and if you see anything at all, even I mean, just even on the top of books, you could arrange a floral thing on the corner and the top. Yeah, you can do all kinds of things. So, all right, let's get going. I'll answer you back after this, because that's totally off of where I was headed. So you got my mind thinking. So I've got some wax here. Now this is just our country chic antiquing wax. And so what I'm trying to do is accentuate some of the wrinkles in this. If you can see, it might have you too far down. Yeah, I did. I had you too far down. So, and then I want to wax the edges just a bit, just trying to show a little dimension here. And I'm really, really playing. I'm probably going to throw some of you way off. Like, what is she doing? And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing. That's what I'm doing. And so I thought, well, I'll just bring you along for those creative people. And you can watch the process and see what I've got happening here. So I took a board, I textured it with some fabric and texture, and then I am going to add my handmade patch, I guess you would call it, and I ripped it all up, you guys. I took the peel off the back, and I took one of these X-Acto knives, and I really dug in there at it. I just went like seriously ripping at it, and I put some holes in there. Like I was really working it. That's why I like the muslin, because you can really get in there and look at all the stringing. I'm gonna leave that. I love that. So okay, so then what you do is I'm taking my wax, which I think you guys can see that. I can kind of tell there. Oops, I just saw another Paula. Yes, it's those. Totally not related. Oh, awesome. Okay, I'll look at the rest of your thing after, and then maybe I'll message you and we'll talk about that. Okay, so I'm just dipping into my wax, and I'm going to smear it all over, and I'm just doing this to add a little bit more dimension and interest. So I'm letting the wax drip back off into the pan, and it's just warm. Don't worry, it's not hot. So I'm going to put some up here because I'm going to use the wax to adhere my my patch here. And I think I'll just go straight on. I'm usually not a straight on kind of guy, but for some reason this just feels like it needs to go straight on. So I'm going to put this straight down, and then I'm just going to start pressing it into the wax. Oops, and the wax is starting to dry a little bit. So I'm pressing that down into the wax, keeping my little strings. I love that. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then I'm going to pour some wax over top of this image again. It's starting to harden on me. So I'm just going to put some more wax over that. Okay, whoops, I'm dripping. Okay, so then what's going to happen is as this dries, that wax will embed that image down in, and it'll have this really soft white over top. Now, let's say that I don't, like, as it starts to dry, I might see brush marks in this, and maybe I won't love the brush marks. So let me see if I can show you, like, oh, here's the same sort of image, not colored, but you can see how it softens it and pushes it back a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that. It really aged it. Anyway, I can take a heat gun and melt that wax and like hold it this way and just let it pour down. So it's a really cool technique. Oh, and I wanted to put, so I've been adding some keys. So I sat here and tied keys. So here's another tip I'll give you. I keep my, when I show you how to pull burlap and you pull the strings out all around the edges of the burlap, keep your little strings, not all of them, but keep some of those strings. Let's see if I'm going to glue it to the hot wax. Maybe it'll adhere. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's really, really cute. And then I'll put a little hanger on the back, and these will be, you can hang them, or I think they'll be really cute shelf sitters with a little greenery and something beside. So I think it's really cool. I think some of them are really, really neat. Some of them I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm playing, I'm experimenting. But so this whole bag is the shreds from the burlap that we were talking about the other day when we were, like I did with the muslin, and I just kept some of the strings. They're all different colors and thicknesses, and they're great for tying on, adding to like your flowers. Paula, you could add some of these strings to the center of your flowers just for some more texture. But I love the keys. So this one, if you remember the patches that I showed you guys how to make and print these on your printer, when you peel this off, it's still sticky. So this paper is what makes it secure. And I know I had a lot of you guys message me for the link for that paper. So I think I've answered everyone. If you didn't hear back from me, then message me again because I missed it. But, and then see how it's real sticky. So it's stuck right down to my wood. I peeled it off and it's stuck here to my wood. Now these I had bought from somebody else, so they're not sticky. So I will stick this down with wax. But I want to put a key on here. I'm really liking the key thing. I don't know, I came up with that a little bit ago, and I really like the key. Let me find the pretty side. So I have the pretty side up, and I'm just gonna hot glue it just to secure it somewhat, and then that hot wax will hold it. Whoops, I didn't cut my loop on that. Very good. Okay, and I'm going to try to keep the hot wax out of this part. So I'm sticky. Okay, so my wax is drying again. So yeah, it's kind of drying. Oh shoot, I forgot to do this part too. I'll just add a little bit here around the edges. Wow, my wax is melting. So this is Country Chic's antique wax. And I just love how it just adds a little bit of age. See how that really aged that? So I want to embed that aging down in underneath the wax, the art wax. So, okay. So first thing, okay, so I've got it melted down. So let me get my brush, the wax softened on my brush. Okay, and so I want to put this patch up here. So I want to do it while I've got some wet wax, I guess you would say. And it's not hot, it's just warm. And then wherever it lifts, when I put the wax on top, it'll fill that groove. Now that this is my first time to mess with this stuff, so I am not a, hi Julie, it's fine that you're late. You really haven't missed a thing. We're just playing around. I'm doing something that I've never done before, so you may have questions that I don't have answers to because I am just playing, but I thought I would come on here and play around with you guys before I get into the, my bottles, because I know the bottles are going to take me a while, and this stuff takes like at least 2 to 3 days to dry. So I kind of wanted to get them off of my workspace and get them started. So I just thought I would hit it first thing today. So I messed with them this morning for a while until I thought I need to go live and just show maybe someone that might be interested in this. So, I just dribbled it all over my wrist. Okay, and then you can build up the wax. Like I can make more and more and more and make like a big puddle if I want. You just build it up and just keep pouring it on there. It's just really cool. It's a really cool look. So once it's dry, you'll have to give me a couple days, but once it's dry, I'll be able to show you what it looks like. And I think you guys are really gonna like it. So let me get this off of me here. But I don't like the dry time, so that's why I ordered a different wax so I can give it a try, because the dry time is killing me. So these I was working on last night. I spent some time ripping all of my patches, and I love this one. I think this one looks really great. And so I just want to age, since I didn't have my wax in hand when I was doing this last night. It was all downstairs and I didn't want to go get it, so it's not, and I'd already stuck the stickers down, which I can pull them up, I just don't want to. So we're just gonna go around them. It's fine. Let me just soften this wax here just a bit. If anybody is interested in any of this stuff, just message me. I've got plenty of wax and paints. I painted all these with our Country Chic chalk-based paints. And so then, let me see, I do want to glue, I think I want a key on this. I don't know. Maybe just, I don't know. I just think they're interesting. And that more texture on texture is so great. I wish I was a seamstress. I would love to sew all the different fabrics. I just hate to sew. I hate it. It's too tedious. So I see a big message there from somebody. Hang on. Let me get some wax on here. I'll put a little bit over the key just to kind of help secure it in there. Again, if I don't like it, you guys might have heard me say earlier, I can go in with the heat gun and force it off. I can force it to move it around or thin it out, create some drips, whatever it needs. So, and what I'm doing, can you see? You guys can't see. I'm sorry, I was trying to drip in my pan. Okay, so I'm just trying to cover my image, hit all of my sides here. But yeah, I'm trying to cover my image so that it's all stuck down in there. That's what I'm trying, there, a little bit lifted. There we go. So I want the wax to hold it all in place. It really makes a really fantastic aging treatment. So there you go. And I realize it probably doesn't show up great on camera. The only thing I can show you is maybe you can see how vivid this one is compared to this one. It just softens it up and pushes it all back. So I think I'm really liking this. It's a new treatment for me. Like I said, I've just been learning about it, and so I'm just giving it a try. I think I want to glue a key on this before I wax. I did the other ones after I waxed. They seem to be fine, but I think I'd rather do it before. Do I want a second key? Oh, here's a nice crusty one I did earlier. I don't know. Do I need to? Let's see. I'm not sure. Kind of have a spot for one, but I kind of like maybe just the one. Let me see it from your angle. Let me look at it in the screen. Oh no, I don't mind that. Okay, I just needed to see it in a different way. Okay, yeah, I don't mind another key at all. Looks kind of cool. Okay, then I've got an empty spot over here, so maybe I'll just go ahead and put a little tiny key right there. Let me see, what's the pretty side? This one doesn't have anything on it. There we go. There, okay, so there's that much. Let me see, I'm seeing some messages here. You love it, Kat, thank you. I'm just messing. I meant glue, now I need wax. Yes, but it is a special wax, Debbie. Message me and let me finish experimenting. You have an electric stillet? Oh, you do, nice. I don't know that much about waxes yet. I'm just learning. So, Kathy Thompson, have you thought about doing kits for these? No, I hadn't. I have been thinking about putting them on finished. Yes, Paula, I'll talk to you in a minute. Dee Dee, thank you for keeping me entertained. I am. You like the wax? Thanks, Dee Dee. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I answered everybody. You meant glue. You meant glue. Now you, okay, gotcha, yeah. I don't know that much about wax. I'm just learning, but once I get one that I love, I will share it because it seems to me we're gonna be able to use it on all sorts of things. You all know that I'm working on these books, is what started the whole thing. That I've shown you we're actually making books and pages in my online group, my $15 a month group. And so that's where all of this has stemmed from, is me getting into taking something I've learned and pushing it and taking it farther than what I initially had ever planned on doing with it. But I just could see the creative ideas flowing, so I kind of wanted to try new things. So yeah, I wish I had one of those little mini crock pots, little mini, and I gave it away. I've sent it to Goodwill or whatever because I only used it a couple of times. Now I wish I had that back because that is the perfect thing. So I'm probably gonna have to order one. I was just too mad at myself for giving it away. So I didn't want to spend any more money to buy a new one when I had it. So I'm like, so I've got this mess going, which I kind of like how big the pan is because, oh, you guys can't see, because it's catching my drips and stuff. And I think working in that little crock pot might be hard. But at the same time, this is big and bulky and cumbersome, and I don't know if this is the answer either. So let me perfect myself a little bit, guys, before I share a lot. I thought, well, I know some of you are like me and always looking for something new. And so this was new for me, and I thought I would share. So I think they're going to be really cool, though. But kit-wise, whoever said that, I mean, yeah, I can totally get the wood. I've got the little samples of paint. I could put together keys. I'd have to make more patches. Unless you guys had your own patches, I could do patches. And then the gauzy kind of whatever, the textury stuff. I mean, I suppose I could, but let me think about it. It's all new. Let's see how this turns out first before we get too far ahead. So here I had a black one. I painted one black. I thought I would try it. And I found these in my jewelry. I brought out my jewelry stuff. No, not all of it, but a bunch of it for the bottles that I'm going to do here in a little bit. And what did I pay? $3. So for these, and they're plastic. They're nothing gray. That's probably too much, but they kind of reminded me of almost a cameo sort of thing. But I wish it wasn't so yellow, but it'll be okay. Maybe once I get what would happen if I would wax on my, ooh, yeah. Put a little bit of wax on my fabric. I never thought about that on the other ones, darn it. See, this is why you play. This is why you play, because I like that. I like how that did. I'm not sure you guys can see, but it went from, let's see. It went from plain, like my patch here that I made, to that. It went from that to that. So yeah, and it's just my antiquing wax. It needs cleaned up. It tends to dry. The lid, if you order this from me, if you message me that you want some, I'm selling it at my cost because I'm trying to get rid of all of my, not all of it, but a lot of my paints because I have so much. And so all my chalk-based paints and creams and glazes and all this stuff. So what am I looking for? So when the lid is, I don't know where the lid is, but sometimes the lid's on really tight. Just take a hair dryer and melt that wax just a little. It hardly takes anything. Then you can just pop the lid right off. And then I had some paper towels here somewhere. But then if you just take a paper towel, I don't know where it went, and then get your finger and wipe off the skin. It kind of forms like skin, which is good because it keeps the rest of it from drying out. But if you don't use it a lot, you'll get a skin, and that's what all that scuzzy is, my skin, because I just keep pushing it around. So there you go. All right, so I'm just trying to see where I want to put this. But I do think I want to get this in there because I like it on there. I don't know, would you layer it? Would I put one here and layer the other one over top? Maybe, instead of stretching them all out. I think I might like them layered, and I know everybody else is thinking I would have stretched them out, but I always want to be a little different and make it more interesting. So, okay, so there we go. So I got glue on the tippy top and the very bottom. And let me lay that on here like that. Yeah, it's just a little more unexpected and off than, you know, people that are symmetrical are gonna have a hard time with me because I tend to make it go for more interesting. I wonder what that turquoise key looks like. I'm not sure if I need to add another. Oh, no, I don't like that. With all that, I kind of like that turquoise one. I'm surprised at myself, but I do. Okay, so let's go with that. And I need the pretty side. There is no pretty side, really. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there like that, and then let's get to the, oh, my wax is hardening up again. So let me melt it down real quick. There's not really, I don't think I can really age on the black. I just don't think it'll, oh, it does a little bit. You guys will never see it, but it does a little. I'm not gonna wipe it off because it needs it. And I tried with the wax on the black because I didn't know what it would do. So I was kind of just experimenting. So I like it, but I don't think I wanna cover the whole thing. So what I wanna do is, I really wanna tackle these patches so that they're glued down nicely with the wax. Can you see? Hopefully you guys can see good enough. It really is changing the color on the black. Okay. So I'm going to catch the sides, and then I'm going to just drizzle some just for fun, just all around. A little bit on the pins or whatever those are. And that's it. That's, oh, let me put some on the edges to drizzle down. That looks good. Ooh, and I want to drizzle over here, but I don't want it to drizzle in my hand. Okay, I'll drizzle a little bit over there. Okay, so there is this one. Totally changed the look. Totally aged it and pushed it back. And that wax, you can see how it's turning. Can you tell it's turning white? I think these will be so interesting to hang on the wall, though. Maybe even as a little grouping. I don't know, they're just really different. They're so different, I even have to wrap my mind around them, guys. So it's okay if you're like not loving it, because I'm not sure either. I think I love them, but I'm not sure. So, all right, so these two, these were like ones I was messing with at first, and I love them. I love them. But they would be great for little shelf sitters, even together, like putting one up and one like on your fireplace mantle, one on one side and maybe one on down a little bit propped. These two go really well together. So I just want to dump a little bit of wax. Again, I'm not going to wax all of these ones. I've been waxing all of everything else, and I don't know that I want it over. I mean, I want to see, do I want more wax or not? It's going to be easy to come in and add more. So I want to see what happens if I spot it. So, of course, once it's all dry, give me I think 3 days, and then I can come back in and show you guys, and you can decide for yourselves. But so it just changed. That wax just really changes it, and I'm not sure that the camera is picking up on that. But the wax just really changes it. It's so awesome, such an awesome look. Okay, so I've got one last one here, and then I think all of my boards are done. So yay for that. Always nice to see a project about finished. And I don't know if there'll be another stage or not with them. I may just call it good. I don't know, I'll have to see. But I did paint over my textured material. I did paint over that. I had painted the boards and then did the texture. Some of the boards were raw, and then I added the texture. So anyway, that wax just really softens it. softens it down, but I love that. So it's very different, I know, but I think it's really cool. So anyway, I just thought I would come on really quick and show you guys because I was messing with something new and I was kind of excited about it. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't have anywhere to lay. Oh, there's a drop cloth. I'll put it on that. Let's see. So I had a couple more boards here and I do want to show you one other idea that I had. No, I don't think I'm going to mess with any more wax. I'm going to just push that out of the way. These two boards that I showed you earlier when I first popped on. Hey, thank you, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning, Karen. You love it? Oh, thank you, Kathy. It's really different. I know. Deborah, hey, girl. Hey, thank you. So now I have these two boards that I did not texture. I just wanted to have something to compare where I was coming out at and what I had going. So I'm going to add a little bit of wax here just around the edges, which, you know, I kind of buzz through this because I know if you follow anybody that paints, you see this all the time. So it's not as thrilling. And so you can just see it's so easy to do. And look how I changed it, you know, and just added that age to it. And it's called antiquing wax. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's kind of antiquing this piece of wood. I totally did not paint the whole thing just to have that even more texture. So when I say texture, it's texture you see, but you can't really feel it. Like these other boards that I had going, I was trying to get some raised texture that you could really, you know, really, I want to say sink your teeth into it. You don't want to do that. But, you know, some real texture, not just fake looking texture. So that's what I'm working on. So, whoa, I really hit that. Okay, and then maybe I'll just age the corners out, just a couple of the corners. Okay, so let's just see what happens here. So you put it on and you wipe it off. Now, I can tell you that if you have the natural wax, like that line that I just did, like I'm fine with that. But if it's too much for somebody and you're doing a piece of furniture, a little tip is take your clear wax. And I know with Country Chic, the clear like I can't wash this off anymore. Like I am pushing super hard. So it's stained and it's there. But if I don't like it, I can take my natural wax and use the natural so that I can play more comfortably. Put it on and you can't get it off, or you slip like I just did, and yeah, so you don't want that. So anyway, just a quick, that's all just quick. I'm going quick, so whatever you want to hear more about, let me know and I can message you back, because I know I'm going quick. Okay, and then I had these lace, probably a Hobby Lobby type product. You guys can probably find something, I'm sure, like this there. But I thought these just to finish out, I'm just trying to come up with something quick to finish out these last two boards. So did I cut any more off? I guess I didn't. I started to do it this morning and then I thought, no, I want to wait till I'm live. But I know you guys can find this kind of stuff at stores like Hobby Lobby. Let's see, which way does that leaf go? Does that go with this flower? I'm not sure. I might cut it off and take it if I need it. Oops, okay. So find something that you can cut apart like this. This was just a spool of lace. I'm down to hardly any now. But I thought this might be really pretty. I don't want to lose that. So maybe I'll just do these two, but you almost can't see them. So let me darken this up a little bit more. Okay, darken that, and then let me wipe it back. Okay, now do you see it a little bit? It's all right, I kind of like the subtle. All right, let me see. I just want to get them placed where I like them. Okay, and then I did have that little piece of leaf here that I may take, just stick out there just to make it a little bit different because they're two the same and that bugs me. So, okay. So ideally my Super 77 is down there with my cardboard for my lace. So I'm just going to hot glue, but ideally I would like to spray this with the Super 77, which is a spray. So it makes it sticky. And then this would all just lay down really nice. but my Super 77's down there, so it's fine. I'm just gonna hot glue. It won't do as good, but it should be okay. I might have to glue some little corners here or there or whatever, but ideally, if you can, use a spray adhesive to do this kind of thing. But obviously you don't have to, or I wouldn't do this if it wasn't gonna work also. It's just not as ideal because some of it, like this is wanting to see, it's wanting to come up a little bit. So let me get a little more glue under there. Okay. All right. So I know this has nothing to do with the hot wax. The hot wax portion is finished. But I know not all of you guys are gonna have this wax, and if you do, I thought I would show you me playing around trying to figure out, I'm already changing oh, I like it flipped over, maybe better. Yeah, because this is going the same way, so if I flip it, you really, I don't know, my mother would be able to tell that this is upside down, but you know, for most of us that don't do this kind of ribbon work, we would never know that. Okay. Let me put that down there like that, and then let me glue wherever, like right there didn't stick, so I need a little more hot glue, and everything else seems to be good. And then now where do I want to put this piece? Do I want to put it out of that? Oh, geez. Or where does it need to go? I think I like it out of a flower. Like that. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Sorry, you guys. I'm working here instead of looking down because I am gonna be back on for a while with these bottles here today. There, move it down a little bit so you can still see that texture of the wood. And then I want to take it one step more. And I have a big jar full of buttons, but I don't like carrying that down the steps whenever I'm crafting, so I just put them in these bags. I have a big apothecary jar. It's really pretty, actually. It's a pretty way to store your buttons. So do I want to do gold? These have the backs, and my wire cutters are at the other end for my bottles. So I do like the gold. It pops up more. I was thinking the cream. But I don't think that the cream color gives it enough. Yeah, there. Oh, I see it. I was like, I can't even find it where you girls are looking, but it's right there. So let me see here if I have any without a back. All of the gold ones have a back on them, it feels like. That one's got a small back. Press it down in the wood. I might be, ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's see. Is it too much? You like the white better? Okay. Since I have some people on here, give me your opinion. Give me a heart if you like the gold. How about that? Let's try a heart if you like the gold. If I don't see any hearts, then I'm going for, how about a thumbs up for the white? Because maybe you're just not even doing anything. Maybe you don't even care. I see hearts, so you like the gold. Oh, good. I'm glad I asked. Okay. Oh, there's someone likes the white. All right, but I saw a lot more hearts, so let's go with the white. Thank you for your opinion. I appreciate that. So I've got two different buttons here. And I think that might be pretty, like right in the middle of the flowers, just to kind of pop the flowers off the page. Okay, I'm pressing it down in the, you know, the wood's a little soft. It's not super soft, but maybe a little bit down in the fabric, and so they're not, oh, now I got hot glue. As soon as it dries, I'll clean that up. Okay, and then maybe I could just add a little key. Since I got them laying here, I tied off a whole bunch. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to call this one done. Oh, someone might have liked that key. Did you like the key idea? Maybe I need to dig through for a smaller, like this little one. Oh, yeah, I don't mind that. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. What the heck? It's not like we can't pop it off if we don't like it. So there, we've got a key with a little, so there. So this board, I'm going to call that done. I think that's super cute. I maybe should have made it to where you could stack it. Can I spin that? Nope, it's already glued down. It's going to be a shelf sitter like this or a little hanger. It'd be cute sitting on top of a picture frame. I do that a lot. When you've got a chunky frame, you can sit things on top. I don't know if you've ever thought of that, but yeah, so I do that kind of thing. Okay, and then I have one more, and maybe I'm just going to do the same thing because really everything is down there, and I don't want to stay on here forever. So let's just try one. So I'm going to cut these off, but I don't want to lose that leaf. I'm afraid I'll snap hard and lose it. Okay. And that leaf wants to come all the way here, doesn't it? Okay, you can come with me. Okay, cutting that and cutting that and cutting that. And then there's a little tab on here that I don't like from the last flower I cut off, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, boy, I wish I had some burlap or something for some color. That's okay. All right, we're gonna go with what we got. It's so fun to decorate things, you guys. If you had a pile of goodies to work with like this, you know, go through your drawers and find game pieces and just strings and buttons and keys and just whatever you can find. It's amazing how pretty you can make things with just regular old stuff. It really is. So I've got 2 keys. That one I don't have the string in. I was going to do a string with you guys, but you know how to tie a string. I think you can do it. I just wanted to tell you when you're fraying out your burlap to keep some of those strings because they make the best little tiny tie-on strings. That's where these came from. I know they make fine jute and all that, but this is really really great. Hey Beth, hi. Hey hi, is that Michelle? Yeah, I started saying Melanie. I think it's Michelle. Hi Michelle. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, so let's go like that. Oh, and that's so cute too. Then for those of you that kind of wanted the cream colored buttons, let's see what we got here. See if I can get, let's lay a few out. I definitely don't want that. And this is a bundle. I don't want that. Okay. Oh, that's a bone. That's a bone one. I need to put that aside. Put that in my bag with the bone carved buttons. That's so cool. Okay. Love when there's buttons with fabric. See that fabric? Somebody's cut that off of a shirt. Used to be back in the day, I cut the fabric off and would grumble and gripe. Why would anybody, you don't need that fabric on there. Now, just like this one also, I love when those threads are in there. I love it. So I've come a long way, okay? I've learned to appreciate those threads and things. Now this one with the red thread, no, not so much. It doesn't do much for me. So now I'm just making a little pile of buttons. Oh, here's a pearly one. That'll be a great contrast with all these doll ones. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my threaded one there. Here's a tiny one. So I'm just making a little trail of buttons, and then I think I will put, this one's extra, almost, oh, it's got a little bit of red on there. Let's see if I can get that off. But the white, I think the white will show up, but it's got red threads on the other side. I can't use that one. Let's see, do I have any that are more white? Oh, here, this one's more white. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one. It's not a lot white, but it's a little bit white. Maybe I can layer it. Here's a little tiny one, just to get a little bit more. Ooh, here's, whoa. What's that? Yeah, I like this one. Since the bottom one is so white, this one's got a little bit of dark. And it's the perfect size. So I layered that one and put 2. So there you go. There's that board. Cute, very cute. So that one can stand, again, in your decor, at the side of the lamp, lean it up against the lamp, lean it up against the wall on a shelf, set it on top of a picture frame, all that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm gonna let all of these wax ones dry. For anybody that might have joined late, I'll tip you down here. I guess what you'll have to do is screenshot maybe. How about that? Screenshot, and then you can zoom in and see all of the different things. I'll leave that sit there and you can screenshot that. And then you can see those are all with the waxes. So I'm gonna leave those sit there for a few days for the wax to harden. It's weird that it takes that wax that long. That's why I just don't like that about the wax. So let me find you guys a really good wax first, and then I'll come back and we can talk about wax again, because I'm sure I love this stuff, and I wanted to get rid of all of these little boards that I had. They were all real long and skinny. They were pallet boards, so I went out and cut them all in half. Oh, here's my lid for my paste. So I went out and cut them all in half, and so now I have pallet board projects, like hanging up, you know, bigger pallet boards. So I think I'm gonna mess with some of that. You could use them as bookends. Yeah, that's true. You put the brackets on the end. That's right, Beth. There's all kinds, you know, you get crafty. That's what you gotta do, get creative. So thank you, Julie. So I'm gonna go. I think I've got so much glue on I can't touch my phone isn't moving when I push on it. So I'm gonna clean up this mess. I feel like it might be lunchtime-ish, so I might grab a snack, and then I'm gonna come back and let me clean up this mess. I gotta clean out this brush. I wanna get this wax stuff cleaned up since I'm done with that for a while. I'm gonna wait on my new wax. I'm gonna get that in here and give it a try later, not now. But yeah, let me clean up and then I'll be back. So I'll be back and we'll do all of these bottles. See, I've got a whole, look at all those bottles sitting there, right? All of those. So I might only get to one or two because it takes a little bit. Yes, that's what I said earlier, Michelle. You must not have been here, but I think you're right. I think it would be really interesting. So we'll see. I'm hoping that they dry out really nice and that we can use them. We'll see. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for that tip, Michelle. I appreciate you. And Beth, I appreciate you. That's awesome ideas. Love it. So we'll see. Once they're dry, then we can kind of play with them, and then I can take some pictures of them styled in my house. And I think my friend Beth there and I are going to get together here in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to try to put some things online for sale. So we're going to try. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back a little later for the bottles. If you need an alert when I'm coming, click the following button beside of the like button, and then hit the C first. You'll pop up 3 little things. Hit C first, and then you won't miss me. Have a great day. Bye. See you in a little bit.